it's very important to have a team. A leader must have a team, and a leader must get the trust of the team through his behavior. And the behavior need not reflect stress, because a team deposits or gives its trust to a leader, to that leader whose expressions is devoid of stress, whose expression is friendly, whose expression is of confidence, and whose expression is of domain expertise. So primarily, the leader must get the trust of his team, and that happens when the leaderships or the leader's expression has lesser and lesser stress in it. 2. The leader must understand the needs of each person of his team, and must have a methodology in place, or have a design in place to align all their needs as a collective need for organizational success. He must also understand the individual needs as much as his ability to align the individual needs, to get the individual needs on the same page as the organizational goals. This is the second important requirement in a leader. A third requirement in a leader is to know what is the infrastructure, or what is the system, what is the best design of a system and the infrastructure that is needed for the team to perform. Because many times the individuals in the need may want to deliver, but around them the environment, the infrastructure and the system itself is not the optimum in design to allow them to deliver, to bring out the best performance in the team, to optimize their output. So the leader must ensure that environmentally or circumstantially the infrastructure and the required education is there for the entire team to maximize their output. Another requirement for the leader is to understand the nuances or the behavioral interactions between each person in the team, because among the team there will be a sense of wanting to dominate, wanting to subordinate, or chemistry between few people in the team, or a chemistry among the other people in the team. So it's very important for the leader to be alert to how the mannerisms or the behavioral and the interactive equations between each member of the team is moving, to what direction, and how to correct it on time, so that they do not start disengaging from the collective goal, or rather actively disengage. That means they start discouraging each other from the target, from the collective goal. And the fifth expertise the leader must have is to understand what is it that drives the person whom he's talking to. What is the inner desire that the team want to see represented externally to them. For example, if somebody has an aspiration to drive a fast car, then perhaps that is an inherent need or inherent desire that person has, which he may want to see represented externally. So when you tell him a story about a fast car, then that draws the interest of the listener, because inside the listener there is a desire to achieve that. So one must understand the aspirations within the persons of the team and know how to give a tangible shape to those aspirations to represent the aspiration external to the person that you're talking to. So a leader must calibrate or understand how to bring a tangibility and to represent externally the desire that exists within the listener. And a final, a sixth attribute to the leader is that the leader must know the role he is representing at that point of time, and not link too intimately with that role, that he carries a role wherever he goes. It's very important for him to de-link from the role, because he's only representing a role that is suitable for that moment. He should not only have the ability to represent the role wholeheartedly, but also understand that he's representing a role that he need not be linked too intimately, that is unable in the future to de-link from that role and move to further roles. So trust, ability to align the needs of everybody individually to a collective goal, and then to create the infrastructure and the environment for them to optimize their output, and then to relate to the mannerisms and equations in interaction between each person, and then to represent and give tangibility to what is the desire within each person, and finally to be able to de-link from representing a role by the leader himself, are the few attributes of a good leader.